Hi guys. Well, this government mask finally came. That's a very big joke because I was actually laughing with a couple of guys and we didn't know that these things would actually come. But that's besides the topic. Now, today I'm going to take you through a trip down Church Lane. And what do I mean by this? I mean, I'm going to wear this mask like this. I won't get on a border right now because Simply Legal is going to go on a very special trip down a case that I actually looked at that happened this past Monday. Now, this past Monday, let me just take you through it. This past Monday, the High Court finally ruled that St. Peter's Church in NDEEBA should be demolished. Why? Because there have been wrangles between the former owner of the land where St. Peter's NDEEBA finally was held. Has been sitting on for the past 40 years. Now, this land was owned by one Nachwa who was the daughter of Kabaka Mutesa II. But there have been a lot of wrangles concerning the legal trustship of this very land. Now, my dear viewers, I'm going to take you through this trip. I'm going to get on a border. In fact, I've actually just ordered myself border right now. I want to take you through what I'm going to do, what lawyers actually do when they finally get cases. I put myself in a situation where I have been handed this case and I have to go to the scene of the crime. I have to go actually to the ground, see what happened, build the facts of my case, and then finally I'm going to give you my final deduction as you see the videos going through. But before I take you through this, there are a number of legal issues concerning this. Let me get straight to the point. There is malicious damage of property. The police and the court bailiffs who are entrusted with demolishing St. Peter's Church in NDEEBA actually did this past Monday. And they went ahead and did it without due knowledge and wisdom from what society had wanted, because this is a church, guys. This is something that should not have been done. It shouldn't have come down to this. There's also neglect of duty of the police who were actually put on the scene of the crime. And then finally, insult to religion, because this church concerns any religion. It could have been a mosque that would have been demolished, a Hindu temple, but in this case, it's a church. So guys, let's get ready. My surfboard has finally come. I think, let me use this Uganda mask. The government finally trusted me with this mask, and let's get going. See you. What's up, guys? Terry here. This time I want to do something a little bit different for you. I wanted to take you to the actual scene of the crime. I'm going to do a video concerning the demolition of the church in Uganda, St. Peter's NDEEBA. I want to show you guys how it actually happened. And right now, I'm on the safe border. I wanted to actually show you what it takes to be a lawyer and be at the scene of a crime. And I hope you enjoy. Right now, I'm headed to NDEEBA. I'm going to catch you there. See you. Carry the bag.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Hi guys, Terry here again. I wanted to bring you to the scene of what happened in this church in NDEEBA. I wanted you to understand everything that happened concerning this church. Number one, we have to understand that there were legal issues concerning the demolition of this church. Now, what a good lawyer does is to come to the scene of the crime. Now, many people may ask themselves, maybe this was a political move that happened concerning the demolition of this church. But I want to let you know that there were more legal issues than there were political issues. Number one, there were issues concerning negligence. The police who were put on the ground to protect this church were actually charged with, they have been taken to jail. They were charged with a breach of negligence of duty. Now, this is enshrined under the Penal Code Act. Now, if you can see everything that's happening around this church, I'll just take you there briefly. Everything that's happening around this church, it's so depressing. I'm coming from a moral perspective because I'm a Christian, and I'm also coming from a legal perspective because I'm a lawyer. Now, I want to show you everything that's going on around here. This was so terrible, and I want you to understand that negligence of duty was something that is very easily charged by the police who were put here. Now, let me just take you through the brief facts of this case, and I want to help you understand how this thing came about. Number one, this land was owned by one Nachwa who was the daughter of Kawaka Mutesa II. Now, this lady had given this land to the church, but there were a lot of issues concerning the legal trustship of this land. But now, eventually, when Nachwa died in 2010, there were a lot of issues concerning this land, and eventually the High Court ruled in favor of the people who were contesting this church. Now, at the end of the day, they eventually ruled that this church would be demolished, which was a wrong thing, because this brings about an insult to religion, and an insult to religion is actually something which is very wrong. It's also enshrined under the Penal Code Act. Now, this is also grounds for imprisonment for about 1 year. As you can see, there are many legal issues that were put up in this case, but President Museveni came to this very land and said that there's going to be an uplift of this church, is going to rebuild it, which has kind of put the people back at peace. But this is something that's very horrible. As you can see, this church really, it shouldn't have come down to this. I wanted to show you that what a smart lawyer does is to come to the scene of the crime and to see whatever took place. Now, for the police officers who actually executed this very horrendous act, they were also charged with malicious damage to property, which is enshrined under Section 355 of the Penal Code Act. This is grounds for over 5 years imprisonment, all because of this. They couldn't wait for the people who were concerned with this church, the well-wishers, to have raised money to easily pay off the people who wanted this church to have stayed. This church has been in existence for over 40 years, and I think when it comes down to grounds of morality, even the judges concerning these cases, they normally put up case law. This should have waited, because even the judges look at what society wants, what is the best for society, and they should not have done this in the first place. This was very horrible, and thank you so much. I won't take you to my next video, but I just wanted to show you what happened in the scene of the crime. I don't know how this is ever going to be uplifted, but there are many legal issues concerning this. I'm going to wrap it up in the next video. Thank you so much. Terribe here. Let's move on to the next video. How are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm okay. I was told you were here at the scene of the crime. What do you have to say about this charge? What legal issue do you think should have come up here?
I think this is a story, this is a structure of public interest. And, sorry, no, it's okay. Yeah, this is rubble here now. So, it's as dangerous as you can see. Nails are around. You have to be so careful when you're moving around. Yeah. So, I think this is a sanctuary, and it's a religious structure that should have given its due respect. Now it's of public interest. I think the court should have taken due caution in terms of administering what kind of judgments. I think it shouldn't have been so speedy. Yeah, I think it has taken really some time. Yeah, some time. I also agree. Yeah, there are structures that are not individual structures. That's okay. But this is a community structure. People have put in their lives. They have spent their entire time trying to erect and build up such a beautiful structure. And it's not that, and it's spiritual. It's also spiritual. So it goes a long way into people's lives, deep into their lives and into generations. So I think they should have. So what you as a citizen of Uganda, what would you want the courts to do next time? Should they rush you to something? Should they first make a decision? Should the legal team have been more vigilant? I wanted the viewers to get your opinion as a citizen. I think the courts, should have. I think these are cases that should be given to particular. They should create special courts.
Yes.
For land cases. They had questioned Catherine Bamgemerere, but that is just temporary.
Yes.
It isn't there for a long time. Yeah, it isn't staying there for a long time. It's just temporary. So I think they need to put institutions to deal with land issues going forward. We shouldn't have temporary inquiries that will look into matters, then administer decisions
just like that.
then they close down. And they usually close down due to funding. So I think the president needs to put down a structure dedicated to land matters. Yeah, to land matters that way.
Instead of just a tribunal.
Yeah, because now if you give such cases, take them in the court, guys specialize in many issues, they look at it almost like a criminal case. They don't look at it, they don't take it with, they don't handle it with care.
With a lot of
yeah, so they'll look at it in terms of criminal instead of looking at it in a different perspective, because land issues are very complicated, especially in African settings.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I think.
Okay.
Should have transparent.
Okay, thank you so much, Andrew. I want to let you know that the court of law will improve better. As in the legal world, we always hope for better. There will be better times, and we shall handle cases better than this. Don't worry, a citizen of Uganda, things will be better.
Maybe the last one to mention is how the president has treated it. I think him coming out, it looks like it's the overall, his decision arriving here and determining the way forward on this case.
Yes. He did well.
He did well, but also it undermined the existence of and the presence and the usefulness of the judiciary.
Yes.
So I just want you to note that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And now it's very good that the citizen, you know that the judiciary is independent. Even the constitution under Article 126, the judiciary should be independent and they should be able to make their independent decisions. So it's good that I've discussed these legal issues.
So should I end by saying the president is above the law?
That's a story for another day. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks so much, Andrew. I'm glad I met you.
You're
Guys, thank you so much. I wanted to show you how it was to go to the field. I wanted to take you to the field. Remember in the beginning of the video, I told you I'm going to take you to the actual scene where the church was demolished. I took you to NDEEBA, and I wanted to take you through a meticulous journey on how things are done. Most of the times, of course, most lawyers will go with Benzes and what, but me, I just have to go with my self-border guy. And but you know, times will improve. I'll keep improving better videos. For those who are new to my channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button. For those who enjoyed this video, just feel free to leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Peace.